Hello, this is Manesh Patel from ichimokutrade.com. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go for a trade review for some of the things that we teach in the Options University. Before we begin, here's our normal disclaimer. This is state for educational use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. All information is owned by EII Capital Group, and the charting package we're going to use today is going to be Thinkorswim. Okay, so let's go through and let's go look at the trade. This is a great trade here. One of the things that we teach in Options University is a strategy which is basically post earnings, looking for things, trades after basically earnings announcement has come out. And the reason why is the option Greeks are at the best advantage when earnings comes out. Reason why is volatility is typically very, very low, so you could get options very cheap. Also, if the technical charts show you there's an advantage, then you could sit there and take advantage of it. A perfect example of this trade here, Texas Instrument. You could see here on earnings announcement here, basically the stock came all the way down here, came down here during earnings announcement, and then came back up here and closed up here. Okay, and you could see that was basically the earnings announcement here. So this was actually, if you look at it here, this was after earnings, so this is the day before. So what happens right before the market closed and the earnings announcement came, look what it did. It came down here to this support, held it, came back up here, held that resistance here. Okay, so what we're looking at is this price action and to determine if there's any advantage that we could see. So what we did was after earnings, the next day it opened up, went higher, came this resistance here, and a couple days later you could see it coming down here. The fortunate thing is that we actually saw a multiple time frame support on a 4-hour and lower time frames right at this level here. So believe it or not, we saw this price action here coming down to here and holding right around in this little level here. So this is when we sat there and said, okay, you know what, this is worth taking a risk as long as it's low risk, and we could sit there and get in with some very cheap options. So what we're looking for is to buy this here and to trade it all the way up to here. This is one resistance level and this is the next resistance level. And that resistance level was basically determined by the weekly time frame here, which is that green line. So basically what we're doing is we're playing from a holding at this yellow line support here and playing to that green line resistance right there. So you're looking at closely about, let's say about about $6 move, a 6 delta move right there, where you can make some really good money. Okay, so if you look at the option trade on TXN, what we did was we did a January 55 call. And remember, the IV was very low at that point. Okay, so these are very cheap. And you could see we did the 55 call when this stock was basically roughly around $49 a share. Okay, so we went about $5 out of the money on this guy. Okay, and it's about 3 or 4 strikes out. Remember, we don't believe in the notion that people say that, well, you can't really make money 4 or 5 strikes out of the money. We do believe you can. What we do is we understand the Greeks and which Greek helps us the most, and what we do is we play this delta movement here, which is how we make our money. So if you look at this trade here, I'll view trades here, and this is our student account right there. This shows you a real life trade. You can see here, basically we bought this July 24th at around 12:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bought the 55 calls for 93 cents, and they're worth about $1.36 now. So close to 40 cents in profit, and pretty much 50% profit already right now. So you could close that out if you're happy with that. You could have closed it out if you were happy with that at this resistance level here. We never did. Reason why it broke above it. Yes, it's come back in here, but remember, we're not trading this a 4-hour chart. We're looking at this more the weekly chart up here, and the risk was very low. So we're looking at this trade. You can follow along and you can see what happens when it gets here. But our estimates based on the Greek calculations and everything is that if price gets this level right here, and we got to the end of the year too for it to get there. Remember, there's still one more earnings announcement that's coming, but if it gets there, we're going to look at about close to 400 to 500% profit if the Greeks work our way. Okay, so this is another trade where you could see how you could take one of the strategies that we teach you in Option University, which is post earnings, and put it into play with very, very low risk options out there. If you guys have any questions, you could feel free to contact us here at any of our phone numbers or email us here. Thanks. Bye.